Hey everyone, it's Carissa Wiley at sprinkledwithglitter.com. Thanks for joining me today. Today I have a card that brought me pure joy, no lie. It has so much sparkle and I absolutely love these products from ReverseConfetti. They were so kind to send me these adorable dies and stamps to play with. And this video is a part of the December Creative Hop for ReverseConfetti. Now I wanted to show you that this open drop cover panel comes with two dies that are connected together. And you can just use some die snips to kind of snip these apart, or if you have some wire cutters, you could use those as well, or you could leave them connected. So do whatever you want to do, you do you. I'm going to snip them apart today, and I am going to end up kind of taping them back together on this piece of Jade Cardstock from the stamp market. And I'm going to run those through my die cutting machine to die cut both of these dies from this Jade Cardstock at once. Now that's going to leave me with a panel with all of these designs and then that inner piece kind of separate from it. Now I really wasn't sure what I wanted to do with this card at this point, but I knew I love these products. So I'm saving all of the pieces, and I actually just used this piece here with the window. Now, I think these products would be super fun to create a shaker card with, or to create kind of like a spinning element in the center by suspending that other piece. Now, this very much invokes the feel of one of those ornate Christmas ornaments, but this is a product that I could see using year-round. It is so beautiful, and I love that kind of retro, nostalgic Christmas feel. Now, I am doing a little bit of ink blending on this panel. I started out with the Concord and 9th Evergreen at the bottom, and you can see I'm tapping off my blending brush on my glass board work surface here. That will allow me to go back and pick up some of that ink off of my surface and blend it onto my panel. And I just use a little bit of rubbing alcohol in a spray bottle to clean up my work surface between colors. Now I thought I was done here, but I decided I wanted a little more intensity and drama on the bottom. So I brought in the Catherine Pooler Midnight Ink. It is a black ink, and I blended just a little bit from the bottom. Now, I have to tell you that the photos of this card do not do it justice. I had horrible lighting on the day that I had to photograph these, but it was one of those things where I had to get it done. So here is the blended panel, and I brought in this Festive Glitter Holiday Pad from Memory Box. And I was kind of playing with some different ideas. And you know me, I love gold, but today I decided to go with silver, and I am so glad that I did. So I am using, this is the first silver in the pad. It is very beautiful, very sparkly, and the glitter does not come off, and it die cuts beautifully. So I left those dies connected together, and I ran them through my die cut machine again, and I am going to just use this frame piece. Now I did some more die cutting, and then I played with the backer to this window. And I'm going to tell you that when I grabbed this pink cardstock, this was exactly my reaction. I'm going to play it for you here.
Oh my word. Yes.
You know, sometimes things just fall into place and they feel perfect, and that pink cardstock felt perfect. And then I could kind of move on with my card. Now I'm taking 3 of these Joy die cuts and I'm stacking them up to create some dimension. Now I could use foam tape. I was just feeling the stacked die cuts today. So I'm using a little bit of the Barely Arts liquid glue, and I'm stacking up 3 layers of this Joy die cut from some heavyweight white cardstock. Then I'm going to take that stack of 3 and I am going to use some liquid adhesive to adhere it to the shadow piece that I die cut from some Essentials by Ellen Vellum. It is my favorite vellum. And then I'm going to press that into place. Now I die cut the pink cardstock using just the inner portion of that cover panel. And I'm going to kind of nest these all in. Now, when I don't know what I'm kind of doing, I just kind of build the card on my work surface and kind of add elements as I go, and I just kind of feel it out. Now I grabbed this kind of sparkle stamp from the Retro Christmas stamp set from Reverse Confetti, and I'm going to do some heat embossing onto the vellum using this Wow Platinum Sparkle Embossing Powder. It just felt right with that silver glitter cardstock that I used, and I stamped it twice. I did make sure to treat the surface of the vellum with my anti-static powder tool because this is not only embossing powder, but it has glitter in it as well. And in order to keep from blowing off all of the glitter, I went ahead and embossed this from the back side, and you can see I have my beautiful images heat embossed there on the vellum, and they are so sparkly. And then I grabbed the coordinating die and taped that into place, ran that through my die cut machine, and then I have this really beautiful image to add to my card as well. Now, it wouldn't be a card for me without a little bit of sparkle and a whole lot of dimension, right? I always say I love big cards and I cannot lie. So I'm adding a double layer of foam adhesive to that cover panel with the window in it. And then I added some Darice strips, foam adhesive strips, to the back side of the silver glitter frame that I'm going to adhere inside of this window. So I have this adhered onto a top folding A2 size card made from some Neenah Solar White heavyweight cardstock. And then I went ahead and adhered the frame kind of layered into the window. And then I'm going to add this pink piece that has those beautiful kind of ray, or I don't know what you would call them. Like, I guess they're rays. Sparkle rays is what I'm going to call them. So the die cuts those beautiful sparkle rays into that centerpiece as well as the cover plate. And that just adds so much detail to these die cuts. And as I started adhering things to the card, I really felt like I wanted to bring out those sparkle rays a little more. And what better way to do that than to add a little more sparkle? So I grabbed this Stardust glitter pen. I have not used this in forever, and I am just tracing into the ray that the die created, and that added just a little bit of sparkle. You can see the difference there. I did that on the inner pink piece as well. And then I finished off the assembly by adding that second kind of sparkle piece that I stamped and embossed on the vellum. Now, I felt like this just needed one more little touch, and so I grabbed some DMC silver thread and I grabbed a double layer of it and I tied a bow. And then I grabbed a second double layer of that silver thread and I tied a smaller bow. And I'm just using some liquid adhesive to adhere these at the top of that window piece. And I think that just felt right. It felt like there was like this tinsel on the card. And to me, that really kind of brought back in that very retro feel that these products have. And I did finish this card off with a little more sparkle. And I think that this is why this card brings me so much joy, is because it has all of the sparkly things on it. It has that beautiful silver thread, some sparkling clear sequins, a little bit of glitter embossing powder, some glitter cardstock. And you know what? In the end, this didn't feel like too much for me. It just felt right. So that completes my card for today, a card that brought me pure joy, and I hope it brings you a little bit of joy as well. As always, I will have links to the featured products used in this project in the description at YouTube, so if you're looking for something in particular, be sure you check there. Or you can head on over to my blog at sprinkledwithglitter.com. I will have that linked below as well. Over there, you'll find more still shots, more information, and a complete list of supplies, as well as all of the details on the Reverse Confetti December Creative Blog Hop, and I hope you will join me over there. As always, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notifications here on my YouTube channel so you won't miss any of my paper crafting and card making video tutorials. And if you loved this video, I would love it if you would share it with a friend. Thanks again for watching, and until next time, I hope you have a fabulous day.